Holy side pony. Not sure what's going on with my hair today, but hopefully you're having a better day hair-wise than the RD boss on Taco Tuesday. It's kind of hard to have a bad day when it is Taco Tuesday, but clearly I am defying that. So I just wanted to talk today about a topic that I see many of the dietitians who I work with in my one-on-one coaching really struggle with, and kind of talk about some of the different ways to kind of get over those obstacles. So one of the first issues dietitians kind of seem to run into is the concept of how are they going to get patients into their practice. And the bread and butter of our practice here at the Plano program is really based on referrals. We are very, very, very fortunate that we have such a strong, network among the different practitioners in this area, that they send them like pretty quickly our way. So that's what I really wanted to talk about. And if you're struggling in your practice and you're trying to figure out the best way to drive up your patient volume, what I would say to you was to kind of start with the wellness practitioners who work with your target population. So for example, I work with women with PCOS, and that's my target population. So early on in my career, I hustled hard and I hustled aggressively to align myself and align my brand with local fertility centers, local endocrinologists, local OBGYNs, local dermatologists, and even pediatricians. Everybody that I met, and that I outreach to, I let them know how my service could very specifically help their population, okay? And PCOS is a pretty linear example because so many things from a symptom standpoint with PCOS can be minimized through diet, so it's a little bit easier to kind of market that service. But what I would say to you, if you're struggling with getting patients through the door, start with where your ideal client would be hanging out. So you probably, you may be thinking of establishing, a partnership depending upon your niche with everything from optometrists to psychiatrists to, physical therapists to endocrinologist to gastroenterologist to, even if you're working with diabetes, podiatrist. So, all it takes is one, kind of key referral source to drive up the volume in your practice. And one of the critical pieces, and then I'll shut up, is I really want you to think about your value. And I know that dietitians historically, we're not taught how to market in school. In fact, I think I took a stat class. I think that's as close to marketing as we had to take 20 years ago in dietetics. But, I want to leave you with the message today to think about your value and to think about, rather than think about oh gosh, I have to market myself to these physicians. Oh gosh, I have to market myself to that practice. Those are not things that we're good at. But when you are good at any type of craft, and when you are skilled and you're an expert in the field, you don't really need to sell yourself. You deliver enough value just being a dietitian, and the services that you can offer speak for themselves. But as you're reaching out to these physicians and APRNs and PAs, it's just important that you're very succinct with your message and that you let them know exactly, specifically how your service is going to help them and their patients solve a problem. And obviously, it goes both ways. I want to refer patients back to practitioners that I can trust. So, in addition to sending my business cards to these doctors and PAs that I work with, I want them to know that I want to return the favor. So I hand out their business cards and let them know that, hey, so-and-so, they're really a great endocrinologist. I love them. You should definitely check them out. So it's important as you're establishing these relationships that, that you understand the value that you deliver to these, to the professionals that you're reaching out with, and that it's not a dirty marketing. It's just letting them know, hey, I'm here. And I'm here to service your patients. But if they don't know that you're there, they can't refer their patients to them. And in future blogs, we'll talk about kind of having like how to, have a strong online presence and like making sure you have a clear referral form on your webpage. But what I want to leave you with right now is really to think about the fact that if you are a private practice dietitian, you should be as busy as you want in your practice. And the reason why you should be as busy as you want in your practice is that you have an undeniable skill set and value to deliver to the population out there, no matter who they are, that you shouldn't have to work so hard to do. So that's it. That's a lot. Got to go home and work on my hair. But have a fabulous night, and I'll be talking to you maybe tomorrow a little bit more about some other alternative sources for referrals.